It's much larger inside than I expected. I wonder where our cabins are. I think our cabin numbers are printed on the tickets. Oh, really? Let's see. Oh, yes, here it is. It looks like I'm in the Standard Class Deluxe. What? I'm in the Standard Class Deluxe, though. Oh. They have to share they have to bunk together. Oh, lordy. That's gonna be fun. Okay, yeah, because Emiliana and Control kind of have a rocky relationship. Emiliana and Control don't necessarily like each other, but they do, but they don't. They kind of have a bit of a rocky relationship up to this point. So, this is gonna be interesting. Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to Layton's Mystery Journey. So, it's the last Sunday of any given month, which means it's time for more Layton. So yeah, in the last episode we beat one of my favorite cases in the entire game, I should point out. But last episode we beat case 7, Ratman Returns, which is about a real-world superhero and us trying to use some deductive reasoning to figure out his secret identity. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. I liked it a lot, and also it's a lot of fun. I'm adjusting my mic a little bit because I should have done that before I started recording, but oh well. But in any case, this time we're going to be tackling case 8? Yeah, case 8. Cat and Co have invited on a luxury cruise, but will the Golden Guys and the Grand Lodge keep smiling? Alright, let's investigate. It's pretty. I say, what a smashing vessel! It's much more luxurious, It's much more luxurious than I imagined. And I don't even have my own kennel. So this is the Thametanic. Will I be able to speak at some point? Okay, she's stunning, isn't she? I can't quite believe we're sailing on her. I was picturing something much less grand. After all, it's described as an affordable yet luxury cruise ship. What's an affordable yet luxury ship when it's at home? I heard it was supposed to be a small cruise ship that the average member of the public could afford to enjoy. This is small? It certainly doesn't look small, does it? Gosh, just imagine what the inside is going to be like. I never dreamt I'd ever have to travel on a ship like this. No, nor do I, and we certainly wouldn't be if it weren't for Madame Dublé giving us the tickets. Ah, so Madame Dublé is hooking us up. I'm so excited about the part 2, cruising down the Thames, hobnobbing with London's elite. The ticket says, in celebration of the maiden voyage of the Thametanic. It's all very fancy, isn't it? Maybe old Double Chin isn't really fat at all. Maybe it's all money stuffed up for drafts. I mean, 3 tickets of a cruise like this must have cost a small fortune. Definitely. And she even arranged it so that you could come too, Cheryl. Dogs aren't usually allowed on board. As a fellow pet lover, she obviously threw her weight around a little for us. Well, I owe her a lick for saving me from boredom at the office. I just hope it isn't too rough. Good joke. Alright. Now, Ernest, did you bring all the luggage? You did bring all the luggage, didn't you? Oh yes, miss. I entrusted it to a deckhand a little while ago. He said it would be taken to our cabins later. I must say, your case was particularly heavy, Miss Layton. Whatever did you pack? Oh, was it really that heavy? I only put in essentials. I'm concerned. I know you at this point. I know what essentials mean. Essentials. Essentials, she claims. Gosh, I didn't realize essentials could weigh so much. She's probably got a kitchen sink in there, Pinstripes. Cat, what the dickens are you doing here? Oh, good evening, Inspector Hastings. Have you been invited on the maiden voyage as well? Yeah, by Dublé. Said it was a thank you for all the hard work I've been putting to help her at times. Couldn't very well refuse, could I? Oh, Madam invited us as well. Thank heavens for that. I was starting to wonder who I could talk to. I suppose the rest of the guests will all be millionaires. I don't know. The Thametanic is supposed to be an affordable yet luxury cruise ship accessible to all. Bah, yeah, looking ID accessible. These well-to-do lot don't know what normal sometimes. It's an incredible vessel, isn't it? There seems to be an awful lot of crew members as guests as well. I think a vessel of this size requires a considerable crew, miss. They certainly seem to be very busy, don't they? Get those trunks on board. What does it look like I'm doing, eh? It looks like you're dragging your feet, sailor. Faster, man, faster! Alright, alright. We'll be weighing anchor soon. We gotta get everything on board. Poor people, they're rushed off their feet. Hmm? What is it, cat? Isn't that Emiliana over there? Oh yeah, so it is. I think she's seen us too. Look. There she is. Good evening, Inspector. Cottrell, Ernest. Oh, and I see you brought your pet along with you. Good evening, Emiliana. Have you been invited to the party on the Thametanic too? Yes, I have. You're not coming, are you? About that? Yes, we are. Madame DeBlay invited us. Oh yes, it was her inviting me too. Ha, I was hoping to be able to relax and enjoy the cruise. Well, tough luck with that, I guess. Not much chance of that happening with you on board. Nope. Oh, don't be like that. Let's enjoy it together. Oh, miss, it looks like we're ready to embark. Okay, we're getting on the ship now. Oh, there's the captain. Captain Pullman. I do apologize for the wait, ladies and gentlemen. However, we are now ready to begin boarding the vessel. Mind your step as you walk up the gangplank and enjoy the cruise. Haha, this is so exciting. Come along, on we go. Oh, wait for us, miss. Hey, don't forget your pet! Ooh, it's pretty in here. It's much larger inside than I expected. I wonder where our cabins are. I think our cabin numbers are printed on the tickets. Oh, really? Let's see. Oh, yes, here it is. It looks like I'm in the Standard Class Deluxe. What? I'm in the Standard Class Deluxe, though. Oh. They have to share they have to bunk together. Oh, lordy. That's gonna be fun. Okay, yeah, because Emiliana and Control kind of have a rocky relationship. Emiliana and Control don't necessarily like each other, but they do, but they don't. They kind of have a bit of a rocky relationship up to this point, so this is gonna be interesting. Oh yeah, so we are. And our cabin number is the same too. So, fellow cabineer, it looks like we're sharing for the night. Madame DeBlay has a lot to answer for. I just seem to be in a regular standard class. Cabin number, same as me, Sunshine. Looks like we'll be bunking up together. Well, I think our cabin is down this way, miss, so we'll meet up again later, shall we? Alright, Ernest, see you later. So, Emiliana, shall we? This is going to be fun. I don't think so, Cheryl. Your cabin is the other way. Eh? You may be a dog, but you still can't share a cabin with us ladies. Isn't that what a gentlewoman does? I knew that. I was just confused. Pinstripes, wait for me! So, the deluxe accommodation appears to be this way. And she just casually doesn't care. Hello. Dearie, dearie me. Good evening, ladies. Well, what a ship, don't you think? Yes, it's fabulous, isn't it? And its main voyage, too. Look at the breastwork gleaming. This is a rare pleasure indeed. I must say, I'm looking forward to the party later, too. Ha ha ha! Hello. You got a thing for me. Bob Brackett. Hi. What are you just standing there for? There was a puzzle left outside my cabin door. Open bracket, yawn, close bracket. I'm just trying to think what to do with it. I see. Well, I can solve it for you if you like. Okay. Just casually finding a puzzle almost immediately. Fancy some dart practice. The board is just like the one pictured on the previous turn. 3 darts were thrown and all 3 of them landed in different sections. What was the lowest possible score? All landing in different sections. The lowest possible score... If they all landed in different sections, then the lowest possible score would have to be 35. I'm good at math, I can tell. I'm pretty sure, since if they landed all in different things, and it's 20, 10, and 5, so 35, right? I would be surprised if this wasn't it.
The answer shortly. Clearly, I didn't have enough data for my analysis.
Okay. What? Well, they just took away some of my... Three darts were thrown and all 3 of them landed in different sections. Let's see. 34... 90 is the highest, I can tell. No. 80? 120 would be the highest. So let's... 120, 80, 110, 100, 90, 85...
I'll have the answer shortly. What could possibly have gone wrong?
I'm confused already. What do I do here? I've already been stumped by the first puzzle. That's a bad sign of things to come. Let's see. It's possible for all the darts to miss, but that's not what would be the answer. Well, I'm assuming he would aim for the center, so... 90? This is...
I'll have the answer shortly. What could possibly have gone wrong?
This is not working. I may have to give up on this puzzle, because I thought the answer would have been 35. It's not. Why is the answer... I don't have a hint coin. No. I'm quitting. I have no idea. You'll solve it later. Open bracket. Told you puzzles were boring. Close bracket. Well, guess we're going... Oh, it's fancy in here. Alright, this is our bedroom, apparently. So? Yep. This is a different style of map. I like it. So this is Standard Class Deluxe. It's quite a large cabin, actually, isn't it? What luck! Yes, it's certainly better than I was expecting. Oh, good. And my suitcase is here already, I see. Isn't it a little overstuffed? What have you got in there, Cottrell? A detective's bag is always full. I have many important things to take around with me, even for one night. That's too much for one night, surely. You could manage for a week with a suitcase that full. I don't think so. I've already whittled down to the bare minimum. Anyway, let's not waste any more time talking about luggage. We should be on deck enjoying the cruise. Well, I agree with that. Too much time in here could be trying. Shall we go and ask Ernest and Inspector Hastings if they want to join us? Yes, alright. We'll go and find their cabin in Standard Class. Ah. Just straight up Standard Class. There we go. Alright, let's move and go pick up the rest of our party members. That's very different. Hello, Ernest. You and Inspector Hastings are settled in, I hope. So, this is a regular Standard Class, isn't it? Haha, yes. Oh, hello again, miss. Is there something wrong with our cabin? You keep peering around. Oh, no, it's just... Well, it seems a little basic compared to ours, that's all. Really? Yes, more than a few rungs down the ladder of luxury, I'd say. If our cabin was the Ritz, yours would be, say... No, don't say it, miss, please. I think I'd rather not know. Fair enough. We're both in Standard Class. It can't be that different. This cabin's pretty fancy if you ask me. I agree. I think this is a splendid cabin. A roof to keep the rain out, walls to keep the wind out, and a door to keep the noise out. What's the problem, eh? Gosh, when I put it like that, I feel rather small for laying a little thing like this ruffle my feathers at night at all. Haha, so you should, Sunshine. Who gives a monkeys what the room's like as long as you can sleep in it? Get your priorities right. Yes, Inspector. Sound advice, Ernest. You really shouldn't let this cramped little cabin get you down. Who was it that brought it up again? Us. Sorry. Anyway, Emiliana and I were wondering if you'd like to join us on deck. Rather. I'm dying to see what it's like up there. Excellent. What are we waiting for, then? Okay, we're moving. Okay, you move on. It seems like we're gonna... Switch to the... Okay, this map is going to be a pain in the ass to navigate in it. Ooh. Okay. We haven't gotten the mystery started yet. Oh! Hello, Captain! Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. With cloudless skies above us, we have a perfect night for our cruise. The crew still has some fire preparations to make before we depart, so please, just enjoy the atmosphere. That must be the ship's captain. Yes, no question. How can you tell, miss? Oh, I just can. Guts again? I don't think you're far off there, Cottrell. Oh, do you think so too? His composed demeanor, his uniform, the fact that he's addressed the passengers, yes, I say there's a high probability that he is the captain of this vessel. Haha, so you're like me, Emiliana. You think he's the captain as well. You simply guessed. I, on the other hand, used my profiling skills to arrive at the truth through logic and reasoning. I'm not like you at all. Yeah, but you kind of are. We're both detectives, and at least somewhat. Oh, you two, he's coming over. Look! Welcome aboard the Thametanic. I'm the captain of this vessel, Midas Pullman. I hope you enjoy our cruise. The weather forecast is for low winds and no rain, so you should be in for a treat. I knew you were the captain. Yes, we're very much interested in looking forward to this, Captain Pullman. Thank you. I'll say, this ship of yours really is very swish, isn't it? You'd like her, do you? Yeah, she's small as cruise ships go, but plenty big enough to be comfortable. She doesn't seem so small to me at all. Is that so? Well, put her alongside some of the grander ships and you'll soon change your mind, sir. The ship I captained before this one, for example, was a Goliath by comparison. Gosh, you've captained larger vessels? Amazing. You can't judge a ship by its size alone, though. It's certainly not a case for the bigger the better. The greater cruise ships are the ones that give their passengers the smoothest and most enjoyable rides. Well, that's a jolly sound logic, yes. So I'd just like to go over our itinerary, if I may. Sure. After we set off, we'll head downriver toward the sea and out in open waters. Once we're a little way offshore, we'll let the party get into full swing, and then tomorrow we'll head back up the river to land again. Gosh, it sounds jolly romantic, doesn't it? A dinner party on a cruise ship in the open waters of the sea, gazing back to the shore. It sounds wonderful, yes. Dinner on such a luxury ship is bound to be absolutely mouth-watering. They have different priorities. I think I can see drool. Well, we should be ready to depart any moment now, so I wish you all a very enjoyable cruise, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Woo! It is a big boat. Also, she suddenly has her clothes different. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm okay with it. Oh, it's the other guy. We haven't met him yet. Ah, there it is. The Goddess of the Thames. Case number 8. Alright. This is... Now we're actually... That was all build up for the case, might I add. How long have I been recording for? 18 minutes! The past 18 minutes of this episode have just been build up for the case. We're off at last. I'm sure this is going to be quite an adventure. I have a feeling something's going to happen. When you say you've got a feeling something's going to happen, that usually means a case. Well, not necessarily, but could be. Oh, darn, Inspector. This is supposed to be a break from work for me. Haha, yeah, you and me both. Let's hope we can stay off duty, eh, Perfetti? Yes, let's all enjoy the cruise. My suitcase is the only case I need. Excuse me, Miss Control Layton, I believe? And Inspector Hastings and Miss Perfetti from Scotland Yard, if I'm not mistaken. Madame de Blay told me that she had sent you invitations for this little cruise. Ah, yes, you're one of the 7 dragons, aren't you? I remember seeing you at the premiere of No Sub for Love at the Savoy. Yes, indeed, miss. I'm Mustafa Fullhold, the owner of the ship. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Ah, so he owns the cruise ship. Perhaps you have heard of my shipbuilding business here in London? Bountiful Holdings, is called. Okay, so you build your own cruise ships. Cool. He builds his own boats. As it produces some of which are apparently luxury cruise ships. That actually is kind of cool. Bountiful Holdings. Yes, it's the UK's #1 shipbuilding and shipping company, Cottrell. According to Company's House, profit in recent years has derived as much from marine transportation as shipbuilding. And the company's shareholder report indicates new investment in passenger shipping. I believe the objective is to reclaim some of the business lost to the motor and airlines industry in recent years. Haha, you are very well informed, Miss Perfetti. Yes, in fact, this affordable luxury cruise ship was one of my own ideas. One cannot tread water in business, one must always seek new horizons. Think of new ideas. In the past, I have taken no prisoners when I was making a name for myself. Many of the rivals wept because of me. But every man is the smith of his own fortune. A dog-eat-dog world, as they say. No doubt an eminent detective such as yourself understands what I'm talking about, no? I try not to eat my dog. She's lost. Ignore her, she's lost. So people apparently gain eminence through sheer good luck. Well, it is uncommon for Madame Blade to compliment anyone. She tells me you have an incredible mind. I would like to see that mind in action if you will indulge me. Oh, puzzle time. Alright. They gotta solve this puzzle and actually move forward, so we might as well. Alright. When the whistle is blown, sailors with flags down will raise them, and those with flags up will lower them. You need to make all the sailors have their flags raised by issuing exactly 5 commands. Select the whistle on the left and drag it while holding down A to show the circle that indicates where your command will apply. Ha. Okay. In puzzles is where you have to take an object and position a certain... Okay. Alright. I can do that. So I have to... Okay, I believe I've done it. Yep, I did. Alright, there we go.
How to solve this now? Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
Okay. Also, it is hot. I have to keep my air conditioning off because it'll come up in the recording. I need soundproofing materials or something. You did. The way to solve this one is to issue commands to sailors in the central area and the 4 areas around the edge. Okay. That was easy. Alright, thank you. Ah yes, I see it all is true. These rumors I hear of your extraordinary talent. Thank you. If you ever find yourself in a fix, please do come and ring my bell. Haha, fixes do not trouble me, Miss Layton, but I will certainly remember your name. So, I wish you all the most enjoyable voyage. Okie doke. Mr. Fullhold, forgive the interruption. The steward informs me that they're ready to begin the party. Ah, thank you, Midas. We are in open waters already? Yes, sir. The Thametanic is this very speedy vessel, as you know. Not perhaps in the same league as the SS Midas Touch that you captained before, but I hope you are satisfied with her. Absolutely, Mr. Fullhold. She handles like a dream. So, my friends, it seems the party is underway. Please, make your way to the Grand Lounge. Let us celebrate this maiden voyage in style. Okay. The party, miss. So, this is so jolly and exciting, isn't it? I can't wait to see what it's like. Let's go straight there now. Alright. We're headed out. I've seen it. I'm pretty sure this over... Yeah, this is it. With the giant statue. Yeah, that's definitely it. Alright. The Grand Lounge, a vast and lavish hall where the guests on board can wine and dine. Move. I say, what a feast! Oh, I don't know where to look. Where to look, every dishes looks absolutely delicious. Though my nana may not have agreed, there's more to life than food, you know, you two. Just look at the decor here. That golden statue over there is magnificent, isn't it? Absolutely, it's beautiful. Just smell it. Cottrell, are you even listening to me? Nope, she's in La La Land. She found the food, that's all that matters to her. Oh, here we go. I think he's going to announce the start of the party. Ladies and gentlemen, my esteemed guests, may I thank you personally for joining me on the maiden voyage of this magnificent ship, the Thametanic. As you know, she is one of the new line of affordable but luxury cruise ships to be manufactured by Bountiful Holdings. So please, drink, feast, live in the evening like kings and queens. Later, we will have some entertainment planned for your enjoyment, a game where we shall see on whom the goddess of fortune is smiling tonight. Let the party begin. Bess, what do you want to try first? Let me show you my love by getting you a plate. Oh, Benji, you're just the sweetest, but I don't know where to start. Oh, dear me, what a party. Wait until Maud and Edith hear about this. It's certainly an impressive party. I'm sure all the well-to-do Londoners here felt very at home. Well, it's not the kind of bash I'm normally invited to, but I could get used to this. In fact, I might even surprise the better half within one time. What's the matter with you, Cottrell? Why have you gotten quiet all of a sudden? Oh, no, no reason. I mean, I don't mind if everyone just wants to chat instead of going to get some of that scrumptious, so eat me now scrumptious food. Typical. Alora, let's go have a look around, shall we? Yes, let's go and have a look at the dishes, and the platters, and the salvers, and perhaps just glance at something other than food as well, maybe? Yeah, maybe. That is a beautiful statue. Is it just because I'm so small that thing looks so huge? No, it's enormous. I wonder how many meters tall it is. Clearly, it's modeled on a mythical goddess. Clearly. Anyway, it's very ornate. It must have been a real labor of love to produce. I would think so. As a work of art, it's exquisite, and the fact that it's made of solid gold makes it all the more impressive. You mean it's not just gilt? Gilt, when it belongs to one of the 7 dragons? Ernest, please. That makes sense. I'm sure Mr. Fullhold wouldn't dream of using the gold-plated statue as the centerpiece of his new ship. Golly, I'm flabbergasted. Such an enormous statue made of solid gold. It's out of this world. Yeah. Also, gold is very squishy. I've mentioned this in my Minecraft Let's Play a little bit, but gold is very squishy. Cuts like, basically it cuts like butter. It's a very soft metal. It's like pure gold is very soft and malleable. You can very easily cut through it. Well, time for food, I guess. Now what's that I call a feast? Are those all bones? Are all those bones for me? Blimey lummy, I don't know where to start with this spread. It's as much a feast for the eyes as it is for the belly, isn't it? Okay. Hello. I hope you're all enjoying the party. Take your time. We have not. Okay. Ahaha! You're enjoying yourself, I hope. We have a very special surprise arranged for you later. You'll have to wait and see what it is. Gosh, Pheasant, look, it smells heavenly. What an enormous pie! Even a single slice like that would take some beating. If even you, Cottrell, could not possibly manage to sample everything that is on the offer here tonight. Yeah, probably not. Where do I... Oh, okay. It really is a most spiffing spread, isn't it? I've never seen some of these dishes before. I'm going to tackle this tiered tower of dishes from the bottom up. You'll have to be methodical, I think. Oh yes, I agree, miss. Such a marvelous spread makes you want to sample a little of everything, doesn't it? Is this round ball at the top some exact cuisine as well, do you think? No, that's just an ornate thing. No, I think it's just a decoration, isn't it? Oh really? What a shame. I was looking forward to finding out what it tasted like. You'll be wanting to eat the china next. I don't know how to speak. I think you'll leave a special dish laid out just for you, Cheryl. You have my attention. Madame de Blay thinks of everything, doesn't she? It's funny, she doesn't strike you as someone likely to notice the smaller details. She'll strike you for making a comment like that. Oh, I've just noticed the jelly belly beside my nemesis tower there. There's always another distraction, isn't there? It's impossible to know where to start. Okay. Esteemed guests, beautiful ladies and charming gentlemen, as part of our lavish entertainment for you tonight, I have devised a little game for you to play. Oh, this sounds jolly exciting, doesn't it, miss? It does. But before I explain to you the rules of the game, let me inform you of the sumptuous prize. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the gold statue of the goddess. The statue? The solid gold statue? That is correct, Miss Layton. It is the golden statue of the goddess that I will be giving away as a bidding slip for. A bidding slip? I am sure no one will want to pass up the opportunity to bid on this magnificent work of art. Dearie me, auctioning that unbelievable statue? Mr. Fullhold will be the talk of the town. Oh, Benji, doesn't it sound exciting? We have to take part. Definitely. I'll do everything I can to win it best, and to show you just how much I love you. Well, everyone certainly seems excited by the idea. And you're not, Cat? Aren't you going to give it a shot? I don't think so. I mean, the prize is just a bidding slip. It's not the statue itself, is it? You do realize, Kachel, that a statue of that size made of solid gold is practically priceless. If it were to be put at price for auction, people would be falling over themselves to be invited to bid. In other words, a bidding slip alone is going to be worth a very large sum of money. Oh, really? Well, perhaps I should join in. I don't want to be a party pooper. Oh, you're taking part now, are you? I can't keep up. It sounds like fun, whatever the prize might be. I won't pretend I'm not interested, but I would like to know the rules before I agree to take part. That's fair. Well, Perfetti, I think you're in luck. Looks like our host is about to fill us in. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to tell you the rules of the game. Concealed on the very ship are 4 angel statues. These you must find. It's a treasure hunt, you see. Myself and Captain Pullman will lead you to the approximate locations of each angel statue in turn. Okay, so it's a scavenger hunt. We have to find the statues, and then we can actually do a thing with this. The treasure hunt will take you all around this magnificent new festival as you search high and low for the angels. So, to the first of the angel locations, the heart of the Thametanic. The engine room. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me. Hunting for angels in order to win the goddess? Mr. Foldhold has a wonderful sense of style, doesn't he? Absolutely. I say, this promises to be rather fun. A policeman, a private detective, and a criminal analyst all competing against each other. 3 professionals in the field of treasure hunting. I think it's safe to say one of the 3 of you will be claiming that bidding slip. Gosh, you look rather fierce all of a sudden. Ha ha ha, stand aside, ladies. Hunting out a few statues will be a walk in the park after all the sorts of cases I usually get tangled up in. Just a minute, Inspector. Private detectives like me are forever hunting out treasure. I mean, really, I've had to pound for every pirate that's walked through my door. I'll find those statues in no time. I think you'll find that I outstrip both of you when it comes to locating things. A simple analyst of the criminal, in this case the hider of the angel statues, will lead me straight to their location. Nice to see the pack pulling together. This little game certainly seems to have roused some competitive instincts. Absolutely. Haha, this is fun. Each of us is sure the better the treasure hunter. So let's find out who's right. Whoever finds the 4 angel statues is the winner. I think that's the point, Control. You're on, Cat. I've got some little great cells of my own that I can call on when I want to, you know. It doesn't have to be a dog-eat-dog disaster. Wouldn't you be better off working together? Cheryl, there are only 3 possible outcomes in this scenario. The first, someone other than one of us us 3 wins the prize. The second, one of the other 2, in other words, Inspector Hastings or Emiliana, wins the prize. And the third, I find all 4 angel statues and walk away with the bidding slip for the Golden Goddess. The most likely of those 3 outcomes is the third. Or, to put it another way, I'm going to win. Of course, what am I worrying about? It's all to go your way. So, the gauntlet has been cast down to the engine room! Alright, we're going to the engine room, apparently. Okay. Straight to the engine room. There we go. That's what I want. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the heart of my lace vessel, the engine room of the Thametanic. Somewhere in this room, the first of the angel statues is hidden. Which of you can find it? Oh no, there are pipes all over the place. How are we going to find a little angel statue in here? This is the worst. Don't worry, Bess. If we work together, there's nothing we can't do. Oh, Benji, you're just just great. Dear, dearie me. An angel statue hidden in here somewhere? Well, I'll do my best. Blimey, there's a lot of machinery down here, eh? Beats me when any of it does, mind you. Ships are outside my area of expertise, too. I should have studied more before coming on this cruise. Oh, this all looks very interesting. This is a speaking tube at the end there. Hey, pause off unless you're told otherwise. Ah, and there's a switch just above it. I wonder what it does. Hey, I said pause off. Curiosity is something someone with your name shouldn't be messing with. Ah, curiosity killed the cat. Okay, that's funny. Oh, that switch is used to operate the crane for loading and unloading large cargo. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have touched without permission. No harm done, Miss Layton. Now, it looks like Mr. Fulton is all set to start the game. If you're all ready now, ladies and gentlemen, let the game begin! You are free to explore the engine room to your heart's content, as long as you do not slow us down, of course. Ha ha ha! So, I invite you to look at the angel statue. Okay. Well? Okay. Ooh, Bubble Blaster. I hope you all enjoy our little treasure hunt. The statue's there for the finding, if you look hard enough, of course. Okay. What about you? No good asking me where the angel statue is hidden. I haven't the foggiest. Okay. What about you? I have hidden the angel statue for the amusement personally. Pink coin? I needed more of those, so I guess I can't complain too much. Ooh. It's very hard hunting our tiny little statue with the mess of machinery and pipework in here, isn't it? But my instincts are telling me this panel here with all the switches on is hiding something. Perhaps I'll just try flicking a few of them. This seems like a bad idea, Cat. Treasure hunt. I see. 9 treasure chests are hidden in a cave. 3 of the 9 chests contain jewels. Select the switches behind the chest to switch on the lights and reveal a number that tells you how many jewels are contained in the surrounding chests. Alright, so we turn on this. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Not... Three of the 9, so... This is what makes sense to me.
I've seen how to solve this now.
And I was right!
Are made for solving.
That was easy. Okay, thank you. Alright, it was just in the diagonals. That was easy. Okay. Haha, I found something! A box. There it is! Ah, it's the angel statue. What a devious hiding place. Oh, bravo, Miss Layton. Well, you know, for a detective like me, it's really just a matter of going through the motions, and... You want to go through them a bit faster, Cat? That was a piece of cake, wasn't it? Obviously, I also located the statue. It's just highly worthy of profiling and all that was. Oh, it seems some of the other guests managed to find the statue as well, miss. Clearly, if everyone managed to find it, the hiding place was too easy. Good, I see that you've all managed to locate the first of the angel statues. But don't let complacency take hold of you. That was a gentle introduction, shall we say. Now, as you are all here in the engine room, perhaps you'll indulge us and allow Captain Pullman to tell you a little bit about this magnificent new vessel. Oh, my instincts are telling me that this is going to be long and boring. For once, your gut and mine are sharing the same tune. Well, as I'm sure you'll all agree, the Thametanic is a fine-looking vessel. But, as I'm about to explain, her guts are equally impressive. The engine here has enough horses to give a container ship a run for its money. Actually, she even is more powerful than your average cargo carrier. She's just ticking along at a comfortable pace at the moment to give the good people a smooth ride. But if I were to open her up, she'd really fly. There's not another ship on the Thames that can match her capabilities. Do you think he's nearly done? My eyelids are starting to droop. Well, it is a rather spiffing ship, miss. I'm not surprised he wants to sing his praises. Thank you for the detailed explanation, Midas. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that has given you a taste of the superiority of this vessel. We're in a new age of shipping now. These modern vessels are a world apart from their aged ancestors. The Thametanic heralds a new dawn. She's the only first of many new passenger craft I plan to commission. But, forgive me. You are all eager to continue the games, I think. Please, let's return to the Grand Lounge. Okay. We're going home. We're going back. We have yet to actually get any other clues, I should mention. Uh-oh. It's missing. I can tell that. It's gone. Benji, that was so hard. The angel was really hidden well, wasn't it? Oh, is something different in here? It feels like it's even bigger than before. I think you're right. Yes, you are right. You're always right, Bess. Well, this angel statue hunt is very naughty, isn't it? But a bidding slip for that statue. What a price to tell everyone about. Except there's no statue. Oh, where is the golden goddess, though? The golden goddess is gone? Gone? Where's the statue? Where's my golden goddess? Where? Someone has stolen it. I do not believe this. When the perpetrator of this terrible act is found, he will wish he never crossed Mustafa Fullhold. Old yours is now. It's been nicked? That's a whopping great thing. Oh dear, Mr. Fullhold is fuming. Of course he is. That statue is practically priceless. Wait a minute, though. If the statue's been stolen, what will become of the bidding slip? You haven't won it yet, Cottrell. Well, all I can say is someone's got a bloomin' nerve carrying off a theft right on my nose like this. Cat, Perfetti, it's up to us to find whoever did this. Well, we certainly can't ignore it. It'll be the theft of the century, given how valuable the statue must be. So now we're searching for the goddess statue itself instead of angels? Haha, what fun. And this is where it actually kicks off. I don't know how long it actually took me to get to this point. I've had the crew search the ship, Mr. Fullhold, but there's no sign of the statue anywhere. But this is madness! The statue is enormous! Where could someone possibly have hidden it that we cannot find it again? It's a terrible crime. I'll go straight to the bridge and radio back to shore to let them know what happened. Yes, thank you, Midas. But there's nothing to be done from the shore. I do not understand this. Don't you worry, Mr. Fullhold. We'll catch the crook that did this. You mark my words. Ah, yes, of course. I was forgetting about the profession of some of our guests. Then you find my statue, and you find the person responsible for this brazen criminal act. Whatever it takes. Use persuasion if you need to. I mean, ahem. I mean, use the occasion of being on this vessel to find the criminal. We will, Mr. Fullhold. Hey, Mr. Solve. That's my motto. If you don't mind, Mr. Fullhold. Could you please ensure no other guests enter the lounge area from now on so that nothing is disturbed at the scene of the crime? Of course. It will help if you will help you in the investigation. I will inform our guests that they must not enter. This is an unprecedented disaster for my new vessel's maiden voyage. I am only thankful that you were on board. Please find the statue. Well, something I've already noticed is that there's a crane in the background. I have a feeling I know what happened to the statue, but we're gonna see for a minute. Now, I want to turn up for the books. The theft of the solid gold statue like that is a big case. What I want to know is, how did anyone manage to make off with something so big and heavy without being seen? Yes, it's almost unbelievable, but it happened, and now we have to find it. Right, then. Let's get on with the investigation underway, shall we? I think we should begin by taking a formal statement of Mr. Fullhold. This is a very large crane, presumably used for getting luggage on and off the vessel. It is a rather spiffing crane. What a natty design. Cranes out the window? Now it feels like I'm being at home. Okay. This grand lounge doesn't feel so grand without the statue, does it? Wherever can it be, Miss Layton? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Fullhold! Oh, the swine that did this, taking my statue! Mr. Fullhold, could we have a word, please? Naturally, if it will help track down this scoundrel. When we went to the engine room to start the angel statue treasure hunt, were there any other guests left behind in the lounge? No, I believe all the guests were taking part in the game. So that's interesting. When we went together to the engine room, there should have been no one remaining in the lounge. I'd say that we were in the engine room for about 15 minutes, wouldn't you? Was the statue light enough to be removed in such a short space of time? Of course not! It's solid gold and massive to boot! It's gold may be soft, but it sure as hell isn't light. Miss Layton, the god statue is made of solid gold. It weighs approximately 4 tons. 4 tons? How on earth did you ever manage to get inside the lounge in the first place? The Thametanic is equipped with a very sophisticated crane, Miss Perfetti. That was a simple task. Then it seems probable that the culprit used the same method to remove the statue, doesn't it? Could anybody operate the crane, Mr. Fullhold? No, I do not think so. It is not so easy to control. But I do know the details. You must ask Captain Pullman this question. Okay, I see. We'll need to ask him about it now, I think. Yes, we should find him on the bridge. That's where he said he was going. To the radio shore. Yes, that's right. Let's make our way to the bridge, then. Okay. The bridge? Okay, the bridge. That's it. Off to the bridge we go. Yeah, the bridge is usually where you control the ship. The bridge is an interesting name for anything, for a ship. I'm not entirely sure why they call it the bridge. There's a lot of nautical terms that I just don't understand. Bridge being one of them. I'd say it's rather wonderful being on the bridge and seeing where the captain controls this magnificent ship from. Just look at the view from the sea. There's the captain over there. We're very sorry to disturb you like this, Captain Pullman, but we'd like to ask you a few questions if we may. Hello, Captain Pullman. Did you manage the radio ashore, Captain Pullman? Yes, I've just finished relaying the message. I've set a course back to the wharf. Obviously, the party can't go on now. If there's anything I can do to help with the investigation, please don't hesitate to ask. I've told the crew to assist in any way possible as well. If you want to ask them any questions, feel free. Thank you very much. We'd actually like to ask you about the crane. Ah, yes, the one next to the lounge, you mean? Yes, Mr. Fullhold informs us that only a trained operator would be able to use it. Is that right? Exactly. For starters, they need the key from me. Ah. Okay, so my theory wound up being wrong. My theory was that Cat accidentally sent it barreling into the ocean, but no, apparently you need a key to operate the crane. So my theory was wrong. Because considering the fact that she was monkeying around with buttons and apparently it was one of them did something for the crane, I don't know. That was my logic of thinking, but apparently I'm wrong. And there's no spare either. I have the only one. The captain has full responsibility for the vessel, you see. Even the owner couldn't operate the crane without my consent. I see. So everything has to go through you, Captain. Ah, yes, and Mr. Fullhold is well aware of that, naturally. When he appointed me as captain, he entrusted that Thametanic in her entirety to me. In other words, Mr. Fullhold obviously has a great deal of faith in you. He's got salt water in his blood, that man, just like me, and he loves the vessel dearly. I know he's a hard-nosed businessman and not everyone likes the man, but that's just one side of him. What do you mean by that? What I mean is, he has a good heart. When my old company went under, not only did he take me on, but he took all of my crew as well. As a result, we've all still got jobs, and jobs that we enjoy. He's a great man, he really is. That was incredibly good of him to rescue all of you from unemployment like that. That's the 7 dragons for you. They can do anything they like. Yes, like I said, he's a great man. I'll always be indebted to him. Yes, I see. Well, thank you very much for your time. Alright. Another piece? First piece. Crane key. I figured that would be our first hint. Alright. Crane key. Yeah, we already know. There's only one key. This reminds me very much of Ace Attorney already. I know they did a crossover with it, but this reminds me a little bit of the part that I'm in right now. With the whole, there's only one key, so why does Phoenix have it? That if you guys remember that episode that I did a couple of days ago. Well, actually yesterday, if I'm thinking about it. I filmed that yesterday and it went up today. I filmed that yesterday, it went up yesterday. It went up the day after. So, from my perspective, I filmed it yesterday and it went up today. That's what you guys should know. But in any case, yeah. Moving the heavy golden gods would require use of the ship's crane, but only Captain Pullman has the necessary key to operate it. Alright, well. Hello. How are you? Excuse me, can we ask you a few questions, please? Alright, you're the one investigating the theft of the god statue, aren't you? Sure, what do you want to know? I'm Abel, by the way. Abel Seaman. During the time when the theft must have taken place, Captain Pullman was with the guests at the engine room. Who was driving the ship while he was away? That'd be me, although it's really just a case of checking that she's staying on course. So that would place you here on the bridge when the theft occurred then. Yeah, it would. And who operated the crane when the statue was loaded onto the ship in the first place? That'd be me as well. Why? Ha! Interesting. Ah, so you know how to operate, do you, Mr. Seaman? Can the crane be used at any time? No, not at all. Most of the time it's not switched on to conserve power. Before you operate, you have to flick the master switch in the engine room. If that switch is off, the crane won't do anything. Oh. So yeah, that was the master switch that cat was monkeying around with. The master switch on the engine room, eh? Well, it looks like that's quite a procedure to get that crane up and running then. Yeah, there is. No one could have made use of it without playing it first. Emiliana's thinking. What's up, Perfetti? You're onto something? Perhaps. I'm thinking about motive. Motive? Blimey, I thought you were the brains around here. Why does anyone steal gold, eh? For money! Yes, usually I agree. But let's not forget that the statue was a matter of pride for Mr. Fullhold. So, what's your point? I get where Emiliana is coming from. If somebody wanted to just mess with Mr. Fullhold, taking his solid gold statue just to screw with him would definitely do it. My point is, perhaps the motive wasn't money, but malice. Revenge, maybe. Mr. Fullhold has made a number of enemies over the years as he built up his business. It isn't impossible that the culprit stole the statue as a way to gain back at him for something. You could have a point there. So what do you think? Talk to Fullhold again? First, there's something else we need to examine. What's that then, Cat? The switch in the engine room. The crane can't be operated unless that switch is on, remember? And when we were in the engine room before looking at the little angel, the switch was off, I believe. Can't say I remember. It was off, yes, I remember because Cottrell tried to touch it, before the captain told her off, that is. Okay, so she never actually flicked the switch. Oh yeah, of course, now I remember. I think we should go back to the engine room and have another look at that switch. Alright then, let's go. Okay, we're moving. Let's go! Engine room! Also, we have to run up and down these stairs so many times. Oh, hello! What have you been doing down here, then? We're sorry to disturb you, but we're investigating the stolen god statue, you see. You're a ship's engineer, aren't you? That's right, me lovely. Declan Swabber's the name. Don't let me stop you. You go ahead and investigate. Oh, he's gone back to his work. Well, he said we could investigate, so let's investigate. Alright. It seems to be off. So this is the switch that turns on the power to the crane by the Grand Lounge, is it? Yes, according to Mr. Seaman, if this is off, the crane can't be used. Well, we were all in the engine room here looking for the angel figurine at the time the god statue was taken. And the switch was definitely off then. Just as it's still off now. But if the crane was used, then the switch must have been flipped. Yeah, by who? That's the question. Well, we know it's somebody on board at least. Well, that's my second piece. Engine room power switch. It's off. It had to have been turned on at some point, so that's the big question that we should take away from here. Engine room power switch. In order to operate the crane on the deck, the power must be switched on in the engine room, but the switch was seemingly off when the statue was stolen. What about you? You were talking to Abel Seaman earlier. Just a quick question for you, Mr. Swabber. How many people on the ship know how to operate the crane? Well, there's a question. The navigation officer, for one. Of course, the captain was in Navy once, so he knows. But most of the time, it's old Abel who does it, and be in the Navy now and all. I see. Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? It's gotta be someone on the bridge who does it. That's where the controls are. Ooh. So he would have been able to access it from the bridge. And Abel's got that kind of finicky mind anyhow. You gotta have your head screwed on to move them good things around. Well, thank you, Mr. Swabber. You've been real helpful. Very helpful indeed. So, putting together everything we've learned so far. That's it! Inspector, you've worked on something out, have you? I have, Cat. I'll fill you in, but first let's find somewhere we won't be overheard. How about the deck? What have you managed to deduce? Let's go out on deck and hear the inspector's theory. That's a So, I think he's figured something out. So Abel had to have been would have been on the bridge at the time. So, Inspector, what is it? I figured it out. I've pegged the culprit. Really, even though Cottrell and I haven't made our deductions yet? Alright, Perfetti, enough of your cheek. I do crack cases from time to time, do you know? So I've deduced that the guilty party must be... Yes? Ship's navigator Abel Seaman. The man we spoke to on the bridge? Yeah, him. Seaman was on the bridge when the crane controls are when the statue was taken. To put it another way, there's no one else who could have used the crane at the time in question, so he's our man. Well, he did admit to being on the bridge at the right time, and it's true that the crane does need to be operated from the bridge. Which is why it had to be him! Unfortunately, there's more to operating the crane though, isn't there? Eh? First of all, Captain Pullman told us that you need a key, which only he has. And second of all, the power switch in the engine room has to be on the on position. And the bridge is on the topmost level of the ship, whilst the engine room is down at the bottom. It takes a fair amount of time to get between them. Even running to the engine room and back to switch on the power to the crane wouldn't leave enough time left over for the 15 minutes to actually use the crane or anything. But how else could the whopping great statue have been moved? That's a good question, though. It does bring up a lot of interesting points, doesn't he? He would have had to have been able to access it from the ship, from the bridge. So Abel makes a good suspect because he was in the right place at the right time. The problem is, he wouldn't have been able to reach the button while everybody was down there, much less get there and back in 15 minutes. So either he didn't do it or he has an accomplice that helped him by pushing the button, and also he was able to swipe the key from him. There's a lot of open holes. That's the point, isn't it? You have to be on the bridge to operate the crane. But you can't get to the engine room and back again in the time window we're looking at, and that's where the power switch is. To say nothing of the key that's required according to Captain Pullman. Well, it was nicked somehow. Yes, I'm beginning to think there's something a little different about this case. What's that supposed to mean? I think if we're going to solve this, Inspector, it's a case of all hands on deck.
So what? There's some elaborate plot going on here behind the scenes? Is that what you're saying, Kat?
It's evident that the criminal is both extremely intelligent and a level-headed decision maker. It can't possibly be him.
You're right. Level-headed, intelligent, an expert, in fact, on everything about this ship.
Well, if Seaman didn't do it, then who did? So you brought us all out here on deck to tell us that you made an illogical deduction? Oi, watch it, Perfetti. I don't see you coming up with anything better. I just haven't built up the full power of the culprit yet. It isn't making sense. Now, you two, no squabbling. I have a cutting plan. Oh? I'm not sure I want to hear it, do I? Oh, yes, you do. My cutting plan is this. We've redoing the angel figurine treasure hunt. What's cutting about that? What are you opting to achieve? Control, this is hardly the time for more games. Just hear me out. There's a very good reason for me suggesting it. Remember, when the theft happened, we were already underway on the cruise. Which means that on all this very moment, the culprit is still on board. You can't be sure of that. What if the blackguard didn't jump the ship and got on another vessel or something? No, I'm confident that it didn't happen. Immediately after we discovered the statue was missing, I looked all around for other ships, just to be sure. I didn't see anything nearby at all, and there was no missing lifeboats either. I see. Alright then, I guess we'll assume the culprit is still aboard. I think that's very likely. However, I don't imagine the culprit expected a police officer and a private detective would be on board. If whoever did this sees that we're already investigating, they might try to destroy some valuable evidence. But if we're seen to be playing the treasure hunt game again, what message does that convey? That we're certainly not investigating very thoroughly. Exactly. That's actually pretty smart! Playing the game while you're actually investigating to make the guy think that you're not actually doing anything constructive. We're dealing with a particularly cool and collected criminal here. We'll need to get whoever it is to lower their guard if we're going to catch them out. Right, so we should go and ask Fullhold to organize the games again, you think? Possibly. Yes, let's do that. Cottrell. What you said does make sense, but still. Are you sure this isn't just your way of trying to get your hands on that bidding slip? Of course not. I mean, if I happen to win the bidding slip, I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice, but... Oh, Laura, you have admitted it. I knew this was the real reason. Hello, my friends. How is the investigation progressing? Have you already identified the scoundrel who did this? Mr. Fullhold, perfect timing. We have a favor to ask you. Would you be kind enough to organize the treasure hunt game again? The game? But what is the point? The god statue is gone. Without the statue, the game is meaningless. Not to worry, sir. It's Miss Layton's cunning plan, you see. It's all part of a ruse to find the missing statue. A cunning plan, you say? That's right. I assure you, we will locate the statue if you could just get the game started again. Haha, you might know I am a fan of cunning plans, Miss Layton. The more cunning, the better. Haha, I see you have a sense of adventures, as do I. Very well, I will summon the guests and we will play the game again. Anyway, it would be a shame to waste the entertainment I prepared for you all. Thank you, Mr. Fullhold. That's wonderful. So let's waste no time. Come with me to where the next angel figurine is hidden. Let me see. Yes, I think we will go to my cabin. Your cabin? As the owner of this vessel, I have the pleasure of staying in the deluxe first-class accommodation. Gosh, deluxe and first class? It sounds wizard. My intention for this angel figurine treasure hunt was to showcase my latest creation for my guests. The first-class accommodation is the site I wish for you all to behold. So, come! Oh, I see. That room. Okay, we're going up here. Let's move! Here it is, the most exclusive of the cabins that the Thametanic has to offer. I say, it's gigantic, and the view makes where we're sleeping look like a kettle. It's so spacious, and so well appointed, first class in every way. That is the unique appeal of the Thametanic, the height of luxury, but without a prohibitive price tag. Now, somewhere concealed in this cabinet is another angel figurine. Find her. Alright, Angel, time to track you down. But just before I do... Inspector Hastings, Emiliana, a quick word, please. What's up, Cat? I thought this was the plan. It is, but while we're looking for the angel, let's also snoop around in here a little. You what? Shh, not so loud. We don't want Mr. Fullhold over here. Sorry, alright, I catch your drift. This was the idea, wasn't it? Pretend we're just playing this game when we're really hunting for clues? It's a good way to avoid arousing suspicion, I agree. Exactly, this treasure hunt game is the perfect cover for us. And if I find the angels, I'll also get that bidding slip. You care more about that than the case. Well, let's start scouring this cabin then, shall we? Okay, I found a puzzle. Oh, look at this, eh? This is top-notch, this model, right down to the last detail. Eh, what's this? Have you found something, Inspector? I have, a puzzle! Well, please do be careful on the model, it looks very delicate. Alright, we found a puzzle. 1 of 4, Island Mystery. There's a mysterious carving on a stone monument that sinks into the sea at high tide. It apparently shows the time when the island sinks under the water. What time is showing? Oh. Oh, I know exactly what it is. 8:30. It's a reflection puzzle. Oh, 8. Yeah, it's a reflection puzzle. I know exactly what it is.
Be lucky if I crack this one. The pieces just fell into place somehow.
Alright. He gets his own... This is the first time he's gotten his own thing, isn't it? Alright. You know, the inscription on the monument are mirror letters. They are designed so that they display the time when they are reflected in the water. It would have been helpful to know that before it went under. Alright. Not bad, Inspector Hastings. Perhaps they were right to make you Inspector after all. Haha, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Don't get many of them, especially not from you. I wasn't complimenting you, Inspector. I was... well, never mind. Fine. Failed coin? Complimentary drinks even for those lucky enough to be traveling first class. Okay, can I talk to you? I am full of hope that your cunning plan will bring back my precious golden goddess. Okay. That is a puzzle. Funny place for a map, this. That's a nautical chart, show. Don't be picky, Ernest. It's a map of the sea. It's strange that it's in here, though. I have expected a cabin like this to have a painting and portraits, not charts. Ah, I'm afraid that this is my doing. I love the sea, you see, and all things related to it. It is the reason I established my shipping company in the first place. Ah, I see. Yes, I do understand. The sea is so romantic. Romantic, alluring, mysterious, powerful. Yes, I enjoy my business ventures, but the sea is my true love. It is my dream to make Bountiful Holdings the largest shipping company in the world. That's a beautiful dream, man. But if I succeed, I have another dream, a bigger one. I will live out the rest of my days as a hunter of treasure, risking life and limb on the high seas. Gosh, that sounds rather spiffing. Yes, there are countless treasures concealed under the waves, sleeping on the seabed, waiting to be found. You're clearly a very passionate man, Mr. Fullhold. I'm sure you're right. There must be a lot of undiscovered treasures at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, the map moves, look! I'm assuming puzzle? Ah, you've come by a treasure map. It shows various islands. The treasure is located in the middle of an equivalent triangle connected to 3 islands that each contain a different shaped ruins. The distance between the points of the map is shown always equal. Select an island to circle as one of the 3 islands in the corner of the treasure. Circle the same island again to remove the circle. Oh, what the... I'm already lost! What the... It has to be an equilateral triangle. It has to be equilateral, but hint coin. Triangle joining the islands is leaning a little on side. The island with the triangular ruins at the bottom of the map. Huh? All the islands are on the outside edge of the map. Circular ruins are just down the left from the very top of the map.
I've seen how to solve this now. Oh, that's not like me.
I didn't do it right, apparently. Okay, try again. I think I need to do this for story reasons, so I think I have to do this. It's an equilateral triangle, so it's clearly not right. That's not it either. That it? That looks more like an equilateral triangle. Yeah, I was just wrong. I was just wrong. I forgot what an equilateral triangle is supposed to look like. That was my bad. Center of the triangle is the middle of the ocean. Okay. Oh, well done, miss. You found it. It's in there? Clever. Aha, the angel figurine. So this is where it's hiding. Yes, my congratulations, Miss Layton. Brilliant. So allow me to take you to the next treasure location, the bridge. The bridge again? Weren't we just there talking to the captain? Seriously, my dogs are barking here. I had no idea there was an angel figurine hidden there, though. Well, let's go back to the bridge and find it. Okay, treasure beneath the waves. Oh! Is that a hint? I didn't realize that was a hint. Full holds passion for the sea saw him starting a shipbuilding and transportation business. He talks of becoming a treasure hunter and of the treasure on the seabed. Okay. Alright, we moving then? Yeah, we're going back to Bridge. Come on, Bridge. Let's go. Alright, well that's 2. Hello everyone, what can I do for you? I have resumed the treasure hunt game, Midas. Oh, I see. Well, I suppose the guests need a way to pass the time until we're at the wharf again. It's going to take quite a bit of time to get back. Well, keep your stay, Captain. We must give our guests a fair chance to find the angel. We can't wait. So, this is the nerve center of the ship, from where the captain steers her through the water. And the third angel figurine is concealed somewhere inside this room. I wish you luck in finding it. I wonder where it's going to be this time. There's bound to be some likely places. Let's find them. Well, I can guarantee you this. It'll at the very least look like a door. These gauges appear to be for monitoring the various pieces of machinery in the engine room. Okay. Well, I found a thing. There's machinery and instruments all over the place, but here just seems especially shockable. I smell a rat. Your nose really doesn't work, does it, Cheryl? We're looking for an angel, not a rat, but I think this could be the place. These are more speaking tubes, aren't they? They should be empty to allow the sound of your voice to travel along them. Huh. We saw a speaking tube down below. Interesting. Control the knight and the princess at the same time to both reach the exit. Use the directional buttons to move them both on one square in that direction. If there is a wall or obstacle in the way, that affected character will not move. And if one of them falls into a hole, it's game over. Okay. I gotta get them home. Oh, I see. What? Oh, he fell in a hole. That's why. Okay, that was easy.
This should do it, I think. And that's how it's done.
Okay. You did. They made it to the exit at the same time. It's great that they're both safe and sound. There's a way to resolve this in just 12 steps. So see if you can find the shortest route. I screwed it up, so apparently not. Alright. I saw 48 puzzles and got thing. I knew you could do it. A wonderful show, miss. It was nothing really. It was just all about coordinating your movements, you see, even when you're far apart. Ah. There it is. Oh look, there's an angel inside this tube. Haha, I thought as much. The third angel. There's an awful lot of these speaking tubes here, aren't there? You mean those trumpet things? They look like muscle traps to me. They're called speaking tubes, Cheryl. They're for carrying your voice to other parts of the ship, you see. I wonder where these ones end up. Let's ask Captain Pullman. Excuse me, Captain. Could you tell us where these speaking tubes are connected to, please? They go all over the ship. I need to be able to give orders to my crew members whenever they are, do you see? This goes to my cabin, this one to the deck, and there's the engine room, the hold, pretty much anywhere you can think of. Gosh, how wonderful convenient, so you need to never leave the bridge. Something like that. Speaking tubes have a long history on ships. Another wonderful performance, Miss Layton. You were magnificent in discovering the third angel. And now there's just one more to find. In the Grand Lounge, I believe? Correct. You and the other guests were about to begin the hunt for that angel when we discovered the missing statue. Alright then, no time to lose. Let's go back to the Grand Lounge and uncover the ultimate angel. Ah, speaking tubes. Yeah, that actually makes sense. I figured. Somebody would have had to have been both in the engine room and on the bridge to be able to operate the crane. So, It makes sense that the speaking tubes would be a hint. Because the speaking tubes would basically just enable them to be able to talk to one another. Speaking tubes allow crew members to talk to each other from opposite ends of the vessel. On the Thametanic, they join the bridge, deck, and engine rooms. Okay, let's continue. Alright. And now we gotta go to the engine. That's strange. Something's different here. When we came down this corridor before, I'm sure. Yes, the din from the engine is rather more noticeable than it was before, wouldn't you say? What? Sorry, I was just being a wag. But now you mention it, I think you're right. That's just because your ears need cleaning out, Cheryl. When did you last have a bath? The last time you gave me one! Talking to your mud again, cat? Actually, Ernest was just commenting that the engine noise seems rather greater than it was before. Since when? Well, it seemed much quieter in the Grand Lounge where the party started. I suppose I first noticed it not long after we started looking for the god statue. Probably because we're heading back to full throttle, don't you think? Captain Pulmus told us the ship's engine had more to give, if you remember. Yes, but we don't appear to be moving much faster than we were before now. If that's true, actually. Certainly doesn't seem a lot faster when you look out the window, anyway. I wonder what's causing the extra noise, then. Yeah, who knows? Anyway, were we supposed to be heading back to the lounge? Yes, for the final angel. Come along, then, everyone. Oh, another hint? Engine at full throttle. Alright, we got our last piece. Well, we got our one last piece to go. And in the wake of the incident, the Thametanic is heading straight back to the port at the end, and the engine seems noisier, but the ship's speed appears no greater. Huh. That is a bit peculiar. Okay. It didn't let me go all the way. It wanted me to stop, so it could actually tell me that bit of information. Here we are then, the Grand Lounge. Where's the last angel is hiding? And all that stands between me and that bidding slip. You can sue it, miss. Ah, the sight of this lounge without the golden god statue saddens my heart. When we left from the wharf, it was such a magnificent sight to behold, no? I'm quite sure we'll find your statue, Mr. Fullhold, don't you worry. Not if we don't actually look for it, Inspector. Yes, well, where do we look then, Perfetti? Please don't feel disheartened, Mr. Fullhold. There's still hope. Yes, and now we have come this far and we must complete the exciting angel treasure hunt, That's the spirit. So, if you can find the final angel somewhere in this lounge, I will reward you with a bidding slip for the golden goddess. Not that it's much of a prize at the moment. Oh dear, that makes me feel glum again. Why don't we throw ourselves into the treasure hunt to try and jolly up a bit, miss? Huh. Wasn't there a ball at the top of this? I distinctly remember there being a ball at the top of that. This Grand Lounge doesn't feel so grand without the statue, does it? Wherever can it be, Miss Layton? I'm working on it. I was unconvinced about resuming the game after the statue was stolen, but I am pleased to see my guests enjoying themselves. Now, let's play a game to its conclusion. What? I found a thing. Discovered the deity deck card. It's been added to your... Okay, that's interesting. So this is the crane we think the culprit may have used to remove the god statue. Yes, possibly. The question is, how did he or she know how to operate the crane? That's still a good question. And one we have an answer to. There's a couple of culprits, but... What did I find? Oh, what happened to that stack of dishes? It looks different to before somehow. Really? It doesn't look too many people have been digging in. There was a gold ornament here. which means the gold ornament has to be hiding somewhere. Yeah, there was a gold ornament on the top, but it's gone now. Ah. I'll have to search this tiered tower of flowers in much minute detail, I think. Let's start with this delicious-looking chicken. It smells gorgeous. Pause off the grub! Do you realize too many calories dulls your brain, don't you? Oh, look, there's a puzzle here on this dish. Perhaps if I solve this... Well, that's convenient! Stone idol. Okay. There's a stone with some symbols carved in it that seem to have some kind of significance. The top bar is missing and needs to be put back, but the pieces of stone are all in a jumble. It's not clear which one is which. Look at the symbols on the other side of the stone to figure out the missing one. Huh. Well? I would assume this one. It looks like that one would be it. No?
What's the matter with me today?
Oh, wait. Or am I just dumb? Hold on. I might be dumb. Hold on. Hold on. I know groundbreaking stuff there, but I might be. Hold on. Looks like this. Possibly.
I've seen how to solve this now. Not good, Catriel, not good.
Well, I don't. Try again? Well, there's only so many options, and eventually I'm going to get it. This? Definitely looks like this could be it.
Interesting one. What's the
No?
matter with me today?
Wait, is it because it looks like an eye? That's a possibility.
I've seen how to solve this now. What's the matter with me today?
I'm running out of options, so eventually I am going to get it. I didn't want to solve it this way, mind you. I was just kind of looking at it. I'm not entirely sure what the puzzle is supposed to be, but there's only one thing left, so.
I've seen how to solve this now.
Yeah.
I'm made for solving.
That was a terrible. I solved it, but that was terrible. You did it. The symbols carved in the stone represent the eye looking in different directions. It looks like the stone is staring at something. Staring at something? Oh, you got it right. You continue to surprise me, Cottrell. That's strange. I'm not seeing the angel figurine anywhere. We found the other 3 angels as soon as we solved the puzzles. Haha! Just because you see the moon in the sky every night, my friend, it does not mean you will see it in this night. No, this puzzle you solved is only a hint at the location of the angel that is concealed in this room. Ah, it is hidden, is it? Well, the answer to the puzzle was that you had to look up, wasn't it? Aha, so we have to look up to find the angel, perhaps. Is it on the ceiling? Not quite that far up, I think, Cheryl. I suspect it means the top of this tower of dishes. Of course, that's a hint. Let's investigate the top tier straight away, then. That's disappointing. There doesn't appear to be any angel on top of the tower of dishes here. Really? But it must be there. Actually, I remember there was a little round decoration on the top as well, but that seems to be missing now, too. Yes, I remember that decoration as well, actually. The decoration is gone. No, this is a disaster. Gosh, was this very important decoration, Mr. Fullhold? Yes, well, no. But you see, I concealed the final angel figurine inside the decoration of which you speak. And it's gone. Oh no, so you mean the angel figurine is lost too? Yes, now not only is my precious golden goddess missing, but the foul angel as well. What are we going to do, Miss Layton? Things seem to be going from bad to worse. Let's keep calm, Ernest. The angel hasn't gone missing. It's just changed location, that's all. But I did not tell anyone to move it. Someone has gone against my wishes. Let me explain, Mr. Fullhold. The foul figurine was originally inside the decoration on the top tier of the tower of the place. Originally. The question we face is, where is it now? In fact, it is within sight of all you even as we speak. Is it really, Miss Layton? Where? Where is it? Do tell us. Relax, Pinstripe. She can't wait to tell us anyway. Haha, let me pull you all out of your misery. The foul angel is... in the jelly next to the tower. In that enormous multicolored jelly? Surely not. Indeed it is, Ernest. If we examine the jelly, I've little doubt that we'll find the foul angel figurine. Oh, I see it. I can see it in there. Well, Ernest, have you found it? Oh yes, I've got it. The little round decoration. And the angel figurine is inside. However did it end up in there, miss? Somebody moved it without my permission? Is that what you're saying, Miss Layton? Actually, no. The truth is, I think the decoration just fell from the top of the tower into the jelly. It fell, but why would that happen? Quite simply, Mr. Fullhold, because your boat is not level. In fact, the stern appears to be considerably lower than the bow, almost as if we're caught on something. The ship is not level. Are you sure, Miss Layton? I can't say that I noticed. It's not immediately obvious, especially when you've been walking around the ship as we have. But I'm quite sure the round decoration did in fact roll off the top tier of the Tower of Dishes. But the Thametanic is the latest model. Everything is in perfect working order, and we are not cruising at an excessive speed. What possible reason could there be for the vessel to be pitching in such a way? I think I figured it out. I'm sure there's a simple explanation, Mr. Fullhold, don't worry. Now that I found out for figurines, though, I think it's time to, piece it together. Yeah, Fallen Angel. It's not level, which is odd. So, let's piece it together and figure out what it actually is. Alright, Miss Layton, let's solve this. Case complete! We've solved it. Right, the foul figurine should have been in the decoration on top of the tiered platters, but it turned up in the neighboring jelly instead. The ship must be in an incline. Solve it. I must say, it's a very clever hiding place. No one would have ever think to look for the god statue there. Wait, eh? Are you saying you know who did it, Cat? Of course, Inspector. This mystery is history. I know who did it, and I know how they did it. Well, come on then, spill the beans. Who was it? And where the devil is the statue, eh? I'll explain everything as soon as everyone is gathered. Ernest, could you please? Yes, miss. At once, miss. Oh, wait a minute, though. There's something I need to discuss first. What are you playing now? Haha, you'll know soon enough. I'll reveal all once everything is settled.
For whom the goddess smiles. Well, she would love each and every one of us equally, of course. Yet there is someone among us who would have her all for himself. And that someone is... No, wait. I think everyone's more interested in where the goddess is rather than who is responsible for her disappearance. So...
Hold it. Everyone knows it's bad guy first, then how he did it.
Yes. I should bow to my audience's wishes and explain the whereabouts of the statue first.
Hello. Dog giving advice here.
Not many more,
So
apparently.
where is the statue, you ask? The truth is, it was stolen by someone. But I have deduced where that someone has hidden it.
Stolen? How could that be?
That's a good question.
Yeah, we're talking about a 4-ton statue here. How could anyone make off with that? Even if it was possible to move it, there's no way to get it off the boat.
But there is. There's one way you could get the statue off this boat and onto dry land.
How exactly?
I'll tell you. Even as we speak, the goddess of the Thames is... under the water.
What are you on about?
I'm talking about the only possible way such a statue could be moved from this boat to the shore. The statue is under the water, being dragged along by the boat as we speak. And the thief is planning to recover the statue once the party is over and we've docked at the wharf.
But who would do such a thing?
There's only one person who could have done this, and that is you. Captain Midas Pullman.
Okay, that makes sense. He's the only one who could have done it because he's the only one who would have had the key. And he's the only one who could have authorized any of it. That actually makes a lot of sense. I'm not surprised.
And all of the crew have been helping you. You've taken a hallowed image, bound it, and mercilessly thrust it into the, let's face it, grim waters of the Thames estuary. It's nothing short of sacrilege. You are all guilty of anchor abuse.
Anchor abuse? On the Thametanic? Unthinkable.
That's not a thing, Cat. Reel it back in now.
But how do you explain how Captain Pullman removed the statue from the lounge and into the sea, Cajal? We've already established that there was a number of conditions that had to have been met in order to use the crane for that purpose. Yes, he needed the help of the crew to make it happen. What are you saying, Cat? Well, the captain told us that there's a key required to operate the crane. Obviously, he had that himself. But he had already given the key to the ship's navigator, Able Seaman. When the incident took place, Seaman told us that he was on the bridge. That's right. And from the bridge, he asked the ship's engineer, Declan Swabber, to turn on the power to the crane in the engine room. Oh, hold on a minute. We were in the engine room doing the treasure hunt at that time. I never heard anyone using that speaking tube. No, you didn't. Because you weren't supposed to. Eh? Just think back, Inspector. When we first entered the engine room, Captain Pullman gave us a long and detailed account of the ship's engine, didn't he? Yes, he was very passionate about the latest technology the ship employs. So that was a deliberate distraction, you think? I do. And while we were busy listening, Mr. Seaman gave the instruction to Mr. Swabber to flick the power switch. If it hadn't happened that way, there wouldn't have been enough time for Mr. Seaman to do the deed. As soon as the crane's power was switched on, he hoisted the statue out of the lounge and over the side of the ship. Once he finished, he let Mr. Swabber know they're using the speaking tube again, and Mr. Swabber returned the power switch to the off position. And of course, it wasn't just those three involved. Every member of the crew helped to carry out this amazing heist. So they're all guilty then. The lot of them. It was an impressive piece of teamwork, I'll give them that. Yes, facilitated by the many speaking tubes running all over the ship, so everyone involved could relay important messages to each other. The covers of the speaking tube between the engine room and the bridge are usually left open, so they're in constant communication. And let's not forget that this crew has been together for a long time. They know each other inside out. Well, obviously that explains why my profiling hadn't produced results yet. Nobody could predict that the entire crew was involved. I just wish they hadn't put up this amazing teamwork skills to such nefarious use. What a waste, it's criminal. Well, anyway, we should be arriving at the wharf before too long. Over here, I'll head to the yard and get us a welcoming committee.
It's all over. The case is closed. The ship's captain tried to steal the statue and the whole crew were in on it, but they didn't get away with it. It's under the vessel, boys. Fetch it out.
Sir! Under the vessel!
That worked! Alright! Impressive.
You greedy, good-for-nothing spalpeen. You're not fit to call yourself a man of the sea.
I'm not so sure. I believe it was the captain's undying love of the sea that drove him to such lengths.
Love?
Mr. Pullman is aboard this brand new ship today because he is employed as its captain. But once upon a time, he himself owned one of the most famous luxury vessels around, the SS Midas Touch. Isn't that right?
How did you...
Sadly, your business met with hard times in the economic recession, and you were forced to sell your ship and lay off all of her crew. You put all your younger years into that ship, and now you want her back, don't you?
I see. He was going to sell the statue so he could buy his ship back.
Yes, you're right. You've certainly done your homework, I'll give you that. I met my late wife aboard that ship. She means everything to me. I poured my soul into her.
This crew who are conspiring with you, they're the crew from your old ship, correct?
Yep. So everybody was in on it because they want their old ship back.
Yes, and I knew doing a terrible thing like this would mean I wasn't worthy of her. But I just had to get her back. By fair means or foul.
Midas, you realize that I have acquired the Midas touch through one of my brokers.
Ah! So he didn't need to do any of that? He could have just asked?
What? Really? You own her, Mr. Fullhold?
I do.
But I don't understand. I didn't think you were interested in older vessels.
No, those crusty old ships make no money. But the Midas touch is different. She is in a class of her own. If you want a pinnacle of luxury, there is no greater boat on the water. I have decided to run 2 cruise services from now on. These more affordable ones, and a Pullman service.
Really? I don't know what to say.
Once you have made amends for this little transgression, I was thinking of making you captain of the Midas touch. She will be fully refurbished, of course.
Oh, he got his ship back.
What do you say?
Do you mean that?
Yes. No one knows how to get the best from her, like you.
There's nothing I'd rather do.
Well, Captain Pullman, that's all worked out rather swimmingly, hasn't it?
Thanks to you, Miss Layton. The business plan you produced for the Midas touch was very impressive.
Why did she do that?
You old jobcat. You arranged all this.
Brilliant, Miss Layton. You solved the mystery and put everything right at the same time.
Oh, well, it's what I do.
I don't... When did she do that? The Golden Goddess was raised from the riverbed, muddy but unharmed. And once again, her radiant beauty was put on display for everyone to admire. She smiles on us all. Yeah, we're gonna save my progress. Alright, well that went swimmingly. Okay. That went fun. That was fun. Also, I think we've opened up some new cases. Yeah, new cases appear. Okay. We've opened up a new case. Yeah, we have a 9th case now. Okay. So now that we've... So yeah, now that we've done it, we have opened up a new case. And we're going to do that next month. Okay. So yeah. That was cute. So basically, there was a big conspiracy and the whole crew was in on it. That's all you need to know. There was a big conspiracy, the whole crew was in on it, and they stole them, and they stole the Golden Goddess statue so that he could, basically, the crew could buy their ship back. And then it turned out they didn't need to do any of that because Mr. Fullhold just has the ship in his possession anyway. So they could have avoided all of that if they had just asked about it. They could have just asked if he had acquired it at any point, and it probably would have worked out alright. Okay, but in any case, I think I am going to leave this episode here. That was cute. I enjoyed that. But in any case, yeah. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of cool perks on my way saying thanks, so be sure to check those out in the description below as well. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!